Hey guys, today for our first video of this kind of series type thing, we're going to be making barrettes for Christmas because I need to make some Christmas presents for my aunts and my grandmas and my own mother too. So I'm going to make some barrettes today. Time for me to choose what material I'm going to use. I've got a bunch of stuff all over my workbench, but my metal's over here. So I got this round stock from Harbor Freight. I think it was Harbor Freight. It might have been Ace Hardware, one of the two. A while ago that I used for making leaf keychains, but today I think I'm going to use it for these barrettes because I think that'll be cool. I need to get a different light. I need to get a different lighter. That one's not working. I think I got one now. We got her going. I moved my anvil to here so that I can rest my rod on it, and also it'll just be quicker just to get it from there to there. So yeah, now we're gonna put the metal in. Okay, so step one of what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it square. That's step one. That's what I gotta do first, and then we can start working on drawing it out so it's a little bit thinner, because I don't think I want it to be this thick. I seriously need to find a better anvil situation because it moves around right now. See, I'm getting my cut right here so that I can get just one piece of metal and start working with that. Got it. Okay, so now I gotta narrow this part down so that it's a tip just like the other end. Okay, so now I'm going to even out the middle of my material so that it is all kind of the same size of square. And then I'm going to start doing the twist in the middle. So I'm going to scrape it off, make sure all the scale's off, then I'm going to even it out, then I'm going to twist it. That's what I'm doing next. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're gonna use this. I'm essentially gonna grab it, put it here, clamp it down, then I'm gonna grab this one, and I'm gonna twist it like that. Okay, so now that I've got the first twist done, I'm going to do another one just to make sure it's all even to what I really want it to be. And then I'll start bending up the edges so that we can make an S-hook, because that's what these really are. In essence, is they're just S-hooks, fancy S-hooks that then you put a pin through, and it's twisted sideways so that you can put a pin through it and it will stay in your hair. So that's what I'm doing next. I'm just going to finish up this twist, and then we'll be set from there to start working on bending the rest of the part. Bending's not actually something I've done before, so this is a whole new field for me. And I just realized I forgot to do something. On this one, I forgot to. I was going to make the edges be very smooth and round looking so that it would flow in nicely. So I think I'm actually going to unbend it and do that. So yeah, that was a oopsie daisy on my part, but we'll fix it, because I don't really want it to look square. I feel like that's going to make it kind of like not so cool looking. Either that or we could make it flat. We could make it flat. That might look cool. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to make it flat. Watch me drop it a couple times here. now I'm just giving a slight twist in the bend so that I can pull it together and make it a little bit smaller and compact, because I think I had a little too much material. Next time I don't think I need that much. Okay, so now I'm going to put the final bend in using the horn of my anvil so that it can go like this. So right now it's flat, and when I start hammering it, it'll go like this so that it will form around whoever's wearing its hair. And then after that, I'll put the pin in. I'll make a pin out of this round bar that we can use for the barrette. Okay, so this piece is done. It's bent like this. Last thing we need to do, that I forgot to do before that, is we need to put our maker's mark in. So basically I'm just drawing this out so that it can be nice and long and thin, so you can stick it through your hair really easily. Okay, so now that I've got it out to the length I want and the width I want, I think I'm going to start hot cutting it so it can come off. Okay, it's been cut off. Now I just gotta go find it. There you go. We've got our piece that we can start working on. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm going to make a leaf on the end of my pin, because I think that'll look really cool and decorative. So that's what I'm working on right now, and then I'll put my maker's mark onto the leaf. There you go, there's a little maker's mark in there. Okay, so we've got this. Just kidding, we're not doing anything yet. I'll put this in here, get a little bit warmer, then I'm gonna quench it just so that stays a little bit hard and doesn't like bend when somebody's using it. Okay, I've got it glowing, but I'm gonna let it fade away a little bit. Maybe I'll straighten it while I'm waiting. I don't want it to be too terribly hot when I quench it because I don't want it to break. The water I quenched it in is just up here. It's helping to hold up my phone, so that's why you didn't get to see the quench. But I quenched it, and it's still pretty straight, so I think that went pretty good. I'm going to let it sit and cool off, and then we'll take them over to the grinder, and we'll shine them up a bit. You can see how this will slide right through there and be able to hold in your hair pretty good. So I'm going to shut down the porch and we'll head over there. This is just an old belt that I've got on there. We're going to see how it looks on the pin, and then we'll maybe add a little bit more to this if it really works good for us. Okay, it's a little bit too high grit. Okay, so it's a little bit too high grit, so I'm going to change the belt out on this to something of a lower grit here. Okay, we're gonna get this over. Yeah, so there you go. It's the pin. It's a pretty good looking little pin too, I think. Now we're gonna move on to this. Okay. Yeah, that was a little bit hot. I burnt myself a little bit on my finger there. But, yeah, that's essentially what it looks like. So, we've got the pin. We've got the hair clip. You put this on your hair, and you push the pin through. And it holds it on there for you, your hair. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you upstairs, and we're going to go upstairs and into my house. And I'm going to get some beeswax, and we're just going to put a little bit of beeswax on there so that it's nice and toasty. And it will have beeswax on there so it doesn't rust or anything. We'll also wash it off a little bit better and get the final look at it. So, yeah. So far this has been a good little journey learning how to do this. I hope you've been enjoying it. So I've just put them in the oven for just a couple minutes, maybe not even minutes, just so that it will warm up. And I can then put my beeswax onto it and it'll melt down there really nice. So there you have it, the final product. We've got the little piece here for putting it in your hair, and then you've got your pin that you slide through to make sure it holds your hair in. So essentially, if I had long hair, which I don't, you put it right here, you pull all your hair up to it, then you'd stick it through and get held on there like that. But I don't have long hair, so I can't really show you that application. So yeah, that's how this turned out, and I think it turned out pretty good. Minor things I might change at some point is I might do a little bit less length of a twist. I might do just maybe a little bit of a twist, and also I might not use quite as much material, and I might make it a little bit thinner. I think the pin worked out pretty good. I think the little thingy on the end there, it was decent, but I mean, I probably could have done better. So yeah, and although I think it's good and it'll work for Christmas presents for people, and I think it'll hold up pretty well. So yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd ask you to please subscribe, because in the future we'll have some more videos coming out that will be similar to this one, maybe some knives, maybe something else. I don't know yet, but I think it'll be pretty cool, so hopefully you'll stick around. Thank you for watching.